Welcome back to another episode of Song from the Scene here on Nerds and Suits. This is the show where we talk to you guys about great songs and great movies, and then I pick up my acoustic guitar and I play the songs for you guys right here on the channel.
When all I can taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your light.
That song you just heard is Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. It was at one time my single favorite song ever written, a definitive 90s power ballad, and actually the single most radio played song of 1998 by Billboard's standards. It was written for a movie called City of Angels by John Resnick of the Goo Goo Dolls, later released on the Goo Goo Dolls album Dizzy Up the Girl, which was their multi-platinum, cajillion-selling one from 1998. And honestly, the music video where John Resnick is in like a clock tower with a maroon leather jacket, it's probably more famous than this movie. The movie itself stars Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan. It's a story of an angel who helps people transition from real life to the afterlife. But Nick Cage falls in love with Meg Ryan, he's an angel, and decides that he's going to give up the ability to live forever, and he's going to, as the song says, I would give up forever to touch you. He wants to fall in love with her. And so the actual scene in the movie where the song plays, Nick Cage shows up at her door, and he's covered in water. He's got this long trench coat with a real low-cut shirt, a lot of chest hair. It's not my favorite Nick Cage look, because he's already got the kind of widow's peak receding hairline thing starting. But it's a very emotional scene. It's kind of a weird, supernatural romance, and it comes out right in the middle of Nick Cage's glory run. So he wins the Oscar for a 95 movie called Leaving Las Vegas. Then he follows it up with the trio, the trifecta of The Rock, Face Off, and Con Air all in a row. He does Snake Eyes by Brian De Palma. He does 8mm. He does this movie, which is sort of random. He does Scorsese's Bringing Out the Dead, and then he does Gone in 60 Seconds. So his run there is amazing. This one particular movie is kind of like the forgotten movie in that run. I guess 8mm to some degree is as well, but really, this movie does feel like it stands out. It's not a thriller. It's not action-based. It's a romance, and at that, it's a very strange one. The movie is kind of hard to watch, I'll be honest, but the song is just so good that when the actual scene in the movie comes up, you kind of get a smile on your face because it just reminds you of what it is, when it is, and who it is, right? It feels so 90s because in the late 90s, guys, remember, music videos on television were king. They were everything, right? If you had a music video that came out and charted the way this one did, you were everywhere. That's why I think more people have seen the music video for this song, Iris, than they've actually seen the movie City of Angels. And in those days, there was even a version of this music video that when it would play had scenes from City of Angels in it. You would actually see splices of Nick Cage and Meg Ryan walking on the beach together with John Resnick, rolling around in the top of this clock tower. He's got the sweet jacket. He's looking through a bunch of spy glasses and looking really emo. He has a super epic emo haircut covering his face. I definitely aped that at one point when I was 19. I tried to do the hairstyle. It did not work as well for me as it did for John. That being said, this song was written by Resnick in the perspective of Nick Cage as his character in the film, released on the soundtrack, was not allowed to chart on the US charts because it was never released as a single, but became an enormously played song. Went #1 in multiple countries and became, like I said, one of the definitive pop songs of the 90s. When it was finally able to be released on the charts a little while later, I think it peaked at number 12 or number 18, but at that point it had already been on the radio for 6 months, so people were getting kind of over it. So it went down as a more famous work of art than the movie, than the music video, or anything else the Goo Goo Dolls would ever do. They peaked in 1998. 95, they had a song called Name. It was pretty good. And a few years later, they had another album that I like a lot. But that year, when they released this song on City of Angels, and subsequently the album that had Slide and Black Balloon on it just a few years later, they were the biggest they had ever been and cemented themselves as a pop rock band for all time. So guys, I love this song. I've always loved this song. It's a really weird song. It's written in a very strange tuning. If you guys have ever played guitar before, you know that there is an E, A, D, G, B, and an E. The version he wrote has 5 of those strings all tuned to D and 1 string tuned to B. That will break all your strings if you don't have a million guitars and are John Resnick. So I do it a different way, but it sounds pretty similar. I hope you enjoy it. I love it. I've always loved it, and I'm very proud to bring this one to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button below. We're on our way to 2,000 subs, which is the first major goal we're trying to get, guys. We're trying to do it by my birthday on June 6th, and when we hit 2,000, there's a big announcement coming. So thank you so much for your support on the channel. Hit the like And when the video's over, if you guys could do me a favor and leave a comment, when you're a new channel on YouTube, a comment means the world. And I promise you, I will respond to your comment, because the more comments we get, the better these videos do. The channel blows up in the algorithm, so on and so forth. So thanks for watching the show, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out A Great Conversation, which is my other show, where I've got interviews that I just did with Roxy Stryer and Dan Merle. I've got one with Chloe Dykstra, Mark Fernandez coming up this week. A lot of really cool people. Christian Harloff. It's been a lot of fun for me. So thank you to everybody for all the love and support you've shown to Nerds in Suits, and enjoy Iris. I'll see you guys on the very next one. Have a good one.
And I give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. When all I can taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your light. When sooner or later it's over, I just don't wanna miss you tonight. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. Well, you can't fight the tears that ain't coming, all those moments of truth in your lies. When everything feels like the movies, yeah, you bleed just to know you're alive. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am. And I give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't want to go home right now.